Hey guys, it's me, Vinny. I'm back with another video guide on WoW The War Within. So, as you guys know by the title, there's gonna be just a little guide for like quick tips and tricks on The War Within that I learned recently. And yeah, let's get into it. But first, please like and subscribe so I can afford food. Please, I beg. Okay, sorry. Um, so first off, we got macros and keybinds. So, this is very useful. So, if you press escape and you go macro section, these are all your macros. So there's two sections. There's general macros or the character specific macro. I usually do like character specific because it's better. Because then you get all of this, which is like a huge mess. So, yeah. So basically, what a macro does, it presses multiple buttons at once. If you press like for example, if you press like for me it's a ascend, ASCD. Like you can just create new. You have to name it, and you choose an icon. It can be whatever you want. It's up to you. So, and what I do, if you don't want like a little text right here, like ASCD, just put a dot. Like when you do the dot, it doesn't show you like it doesn't take that much space. So that's a little tip and trick. And yeah, so basically what it does is it hits every single button that you do. So there's multiple things that are there because I'm just learning here with all the macros and stuff because I'm really starting to get into WoW. So like before I used to do like little macros, but now like I'm really getting deep into it. So yeah, for example, if I press this button, boom, all my buffs just showed up at once. I just clicked once. And then of course the cooldown right here. So yeah, uh if you don't know the commands for macros, just type in Google all wow macro commands, and then this will show up. And there's like battle pet commands, blizzard interference, chat commands, character commands, dev tools, emotes, combat commands, guild commands, party and raid, pet, all the stuff. So yeah, just look into that if you want. I strongly suggest to use macros because it's in the game. It's not cheating because the game really just it puts it there for you, you know? So please use it. I personally use it for buffs, but be careful because sometimes the macros bug, but the reason why it bugs is because you didn't do something, you did something wrong, okay? Because your buffs have cooldowns, right? And if you put like, let's say like Storm Elemental with Earth Elemental, you your macro won't read that your Storm Elemental is already ready, you know? Because it will always go on what's the highest cooldown time. So like right now I could press this again and have something pop up, right? But of course I didn't because I fixed this stuff. I tweaked it a little bit. But yeah, just be careful for that. You know, because if you put all your buffs together and they have different cooldown times, so like one is like a 10-second cooldown, then you're gonna want to spam that button because it's gonna like you're gonna want to spam that button. So just be careful about that. And yeah, next is keybinds. Keybinds is super useful because you don't want to be clicking. The only time you want to be clicking is for like maybe a potion, maybe heroism, and the buffs. That's the only thing I use clicking for. So like for example, this top row of my action bar, this is all my clickable stuff. So like my buffs right here, heroism. I should even like I should even keybind these. This is what I'm saying. Like I should keybind heroism, but all the other stuff, it's not too it, like it's borderline, you know? But please keybind your shit. Oh my god, I couldn't tell you more how useful this is. And a quick little tip for keybinding, if you go in options and go keybindings, you can keybind multiple stuff. Like you see your this is your action bar. They're called action bars. This is where you press your stuff. You can also like keybind your ping, your details, your weak auras, your interface, your movement keys, everything. So you should really look into that. And quick little tip, if you don't have enough space on your keyboard or like buttons on the side of your mouse, use shift key. So for example, if I go options and I go key bindings and I go, let's say, action bar 2, let's see here, shift G right there. If you don't, if you have small hands like me and you don't want to press like too far, and you're like running out of space or something, shift and click the button. So like for example, you can use, because I use 1 2 3 4 5 QERCF GTXZV, and all the rest are all shift, but the same ones, you know, because all of those letters are close to my WASD for my movement. That's why I use I use shift. Sorry for the voice crack. So yeah, that's pretty much it for key bindings. And so we did macros, key bindings. Okay, now let's get into the professions. Let's get into the professions and regions. So as you guys may know, delves. Delves have a specific thing. I don't know if there's a lot of people talking about it, but I've seen one guy talk about it. Is whenever you do a delve, there's a chance that your delve have like an ore or a herb, and sometimes there's some fishing pools if there's water inside it. I strongly suggest you to do that because cooking is super useful. I cannot explain to you how useful it is. Look, just look and read. You'll see. And train your cooking, just an FYI, because it's an extra buff. You always want that extra buff. It's gonna help you in mythic pushing. It's gonna help you in everything, and it's super easy. You don't even have to do much grinding for that. But anyways, so whenever you're going inside a delve, you're gonna want to make sure to not mine or collect the herb too fast, because there's a little glitch. I don't know if Blizzard meant to do this, but sometimes Bran, your companion, he he collects it for you and puts it inside your bag. So not only can you collect it, but Bran collects it. So you get double the regent, basically. So that's how most people get their regions and stuff. And good loot, you know. Because it also gives you good gear. You have a chance of getting a mount if you defeat the big boss guy. But that's like a high tier. I think that's like tier 12 or something. But yeah, just be careful for that. Don't mine it too fast. Let Braun mine it to receive the other one and then mine it. Because I do the mistake sometimes. I mine it too quickly and then Braun he just goes away. So yeah, be careful about that. And so yeah, the professions. Make sure. So guys, if you go in your talents and spell books, you see here, this is all your spells and abilities that do damage or heal or tank whatever you are as a spec. And then of course you have your talents and spec. But if you go in spellbook section and you go general, you want to keep an eye on this. Oh yeah, also top right, look, you can have hide passives. Make sure this is checked off so you can really understand your passive abilities and what your talents can proc and what your spells do. Just really, it's really all about reading and min-maxing everything. You'll see a big difference, Um, so yeah. So for example, I'm a Pandaren Shaman. I have Quaking Palm. What this is, it's an incapacitate. So basically, in the Mythic Plus, there's certain mobs that do like casting, right? That you cannot interrupt. But Quaking Palm, you can interrupt with that because it's an incapacitate. It's stronger than an interrupt. So what that means is those little gray bars that are casting, that the enemy is casting, you can actually interrupt that with this. So that's like just an extra boost. Make sure with your rate, make sure you have your racial passive ability. Your sorry, your racial ability, and yeah, there's a lot of interesting stuff as well. You have like a warband bank here. You have revive battle pets. If you do battle pets, that's up to you. You don't really need auto attack to put like it's auto attack, right? Like you're just gonna be clicking, right? Um, and very important, overload empowered orb. Please, guys, use this, because I don't know. I still have to make a little bit more research into that, but it says here 12-hour cooldown, but sometimes it goes down faster. I think it's like one of the profession. So if you go in like your herbalism journal and you go specializations, I think it's because one of these, like overloading the underground, this is where the overload empowered herb. Basically, what this does is whenever you see like a rich orb or ore that is like on your mini map, you'll see it's glowing. It's different because you have the one that's original, like it's just gold, and you have the other one that's like gold and shiny. So you'll see these are the ones that you want to use. Overload empowered herb. Sorry. Um, but yeah, this is super useful. 12-hour cooldown can be deceiving. So keep an eye on that. It's very good. Okay, so next. Uh, yeah, we talked about investing in professions. We talked about that. Okay, so uh, you want gear, right? Everybody wants gear. Because gear is fun. Gear is nice. You have so much more power when you have your tier set. So what is a tier set? A tier set is your class specific 4-piece. So what it does is if you have like it's either 2 or 4. If you have 2 of the same category of the gear, it will give you a bonus. So for example, if I go here and I hover over this one, you can see Waves of the Forgotten Reservoir, 4 out of 5, because I have 1, the shoulder, headgear, hands, and the pants. So what this does is it gives you extra damage bonuses. It's just super good, and I'm gonna show you how to get them like the easiest and fastest way possible. But yeah, like you see, this right here, it gives me Earth Shock damage increased by 25% and Earthquake. This is amazing. This is only for 2 set. And the 4 set right here is Spending Maelstrom grants you 5% increased critical strike chance and 10% increased critical damage dealt. Like, that is crazy, bro. But of course, some classes are a lot better. You'll see. It goes crazy. But yeah, the fastest way you want to get these set items is by raiding. You want to raid all the time. So if you go raid finder and you hover over these, you see they're all red for me because I've already done it. But when you complete a raid, you always want to need on your stuff. Blizzard configured the raid so whenever you kill the boss and you loot something, it will show for everyone. So you always want to need what you need and transmog what you don't need. So yeah, that's one way. And after doing all those raids and stuff, of course you'll have the Great Vault, because if you go here and Mythic Dungeons, if you click on Great Vault rewards, you have raids right here. So this is super good. It's a 2-in-1. So please do your raids. Other than that, there's the Catalyst. If you go down here, if you look on my screen, this is the Catalyst. So basically what it does is it converts your gear into a set item. So for example, if I take this chest piece and I had a harmonized silk, the way you get this harmonized silk is by doing these quests and just doing so basically I think it's 2 weeks or 1 week after the reset, it gives you another harmonized silk if you do the quest for him. It's like those purple quests or something. I don't really remember, but yeah, this is a super useful way to get your set items. So like if you're like stuck on like 3 but you need 4, just convert one. And make sure to look at your best in slot because these harmonized silk, you only have 8 for every character, you know? So like, how can I say this? Like, every character has, for me, I had two. So for every character, they all have two. Even if I spend two here, my other character will still have two if I didn't spend it. So make sure, these are important, make sure you use them correctly. Because you can only have 8 during the season. It says right here, if you hover over this, total maximum is 0 out of 8. So please make sure you look at your best in slot, look at your build, and yeah. I think we've talked about everything. Oh yeah, and the DPS. Oh, oh god. Sorry. Oh god. That's my alarm, sorry. So, yeah, DPS, I've noticed something that really bothers me. Please use your interrupts. Please use your stuns. Please use your abilities. I see a lot of people in mythic dungeons not interrupting nothing. Please, it's so useful. Please use your interrupts. So, yeah. That's pretty much it. Uh, if I find anything else, I will surely tell you guys about it. And if you guys like this, I'll do more. I'll do more guides if you guys want me to. Also, I stream every day on Kick, Twitch, YouTube. I'll put the links down below. Please like, subscribe, and thank you for watching. Thank you, thank you. This was Vinny. Peace.